and take you back to the day I was going to resign and listen to the advice I was given.
We'll be online in 1 second, guys.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right.
I can't see you, but I can hear you. Now I can see.
Okay, great. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody is doing well. Back to business. We had Skip yesterday, I believe. All right. So let's give a little synopsis of what's going on.
Um, I don't think I can see you.
You can't see my screen, the market watch.
Uh, it's kind of weird, but all right. Let's just hope I can see. Uh,
All right. I'm in market watch.
yes.
Okay. So you can see it?
Yes.
Okay. So here's here on Market Watch, giving you a little glimpse of what happened today. Dow tanked a 1%, S&P close to 0.5%, and Nasdaq as well. You can see volatility was cray cray, 2.55%. Gold didn't really move that much, and oil as well. Close this. Now let's get a visual for those visual people. Here in our heat map, you can see everything was more on the red side than on the green side, but actually that could be argued because on the industrials, real estate, and healthcare, it was a mixed bag of green. But the big ones, for example, Meta, Tesla, and Amazona, and the financials, banks, were down in the gutter land. Some software applications like CRM, NVIDIA pushed up, as well as Apple and Softy. So yeah, the tech wasn't doing that well. Let's see. Okay, so that's the visual for you guys. And now let's take a look at the people who tankety tanked and who were the winners. So the winners were Macy's, XOM, Intel, Dollar Tree, Nikete, we'll take a look at that, NVDA, Softy, McDonald's, and Apple. And favorito of mine, Azo. So let's take a look at XOM. So you can see it was basically an up day, as stated. If you had put an order in at the beginning of the day and let it fly, long was the way to go for this. You had some opportunities at 11 o'clock hour, but basically that was it. For most of the time, it was just like high and high five. The only thing the I could see was here, but basically just let it roll. On the daily, let's take a look at that real quick. It is near a floor according to this. However, they're crossed. They're crossed. So you are here at a low level area. It's starting to pick back up. We want to make sure that it breaks this point here of 114.38 so that it can continue that trend, but it's in this range at the moment for XOM. Intel, favorite of someone's. It has been going cray-cray the last week and a half since February 10th, 10 days ago. It has been going cray-cray, and yesterday it was extra cray-cray. No, through 2 days ago it was extra cray-cray. So it broke the trend. It looks like it did a breakout. So this can continue rally up. You want to keep in mind that NVIDIA is going to have earnings next week. So this could be a sympathy play and it could convert this or return this back to reality. Dollar Tree, we had mentioned this, that is in a area of potential buyingness. We had indicated that if you can get it here closer to 60, 5 would be great, 64, and even 60. But it is still, we had determined that this was still a good buying zone for those who are interested in Dollar Tree. Subaru, I'm gonna skip. Nikete. I would still consider this in a buying zone. It could go down a little bit, do a dip. But obviously the place to have gotten it, as we had mentioned before, was here. 70, 68 is a great area. Let's see if it breaks this 70, 78, and it could continue, but it's really good, Nikete. Take your money and run every time it pops up. NVIDIA, as you can see, it was on the floor, and ever since it was on the floor, it just kept going up, 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 up. It looks like there's a lower highs here. So if it breaks out from this point here, that's where you want to get it to continue. Otherwise, I think it's just going to be in this range right here between 110 and 140. Be careful. Like I said, this thing can go cray up potentially, or it could go cray down, or it could just be a nothing burger. It has had absolutely great earnings, but the market makers can say enough of this biz notch. It's been cray. Let's bring it down to reality, deep seek, any excuse that they want. They're gonna bring it down. And if it does come down, and let's say it gets below the 200, that's just a way of telling you to get it. It's a buying opportunity. Let's look at Softy. We haven't looked at that in a minute. It looks like it's in a buying zone, in a potential buying zone here. It has, hit this area many times. Well, a couple of days ago was the best way to get it now. Um, but we still consider this area a range, and it's in the lower part of the range. But all the moving averages are inverted. You have to kind of thread lightly. Um, but yeah, that's in a good area. Let's see how Microsoft did overall. Didn't really move that much if you ask me, 0.428, but I could say that it was more above than below. Obviously, if you got it at the beginning up, then short it, reverse, that was the ticket from 10 to 11:30, really good long. McDonald's, I like to observe this. It's one of those things that you just got to keep it in the back pocket. Um, it looks like it's starting to maybe pick back up. I find it very expensive still to purchase this. Um, I say 280 is the ticket, 280. Sana has been having couple of it's been volatile. It's been kind of cray-cray, but it has been smoothing sailing up. We can see that it's about to break this level right here. And I think it's going to continue, but it could do a little reverse a little bit and then continue to go back up. Um, it has been very kind of, Mr. Green has said this, volatile. AZO, uh, n- not surprised here. It's just look at the trend, any dip, just buy it if you can. Let's take a look at some losers, but let's see if anything else brings up. Oh, I wanted to look at Walmart because that had earnings today. So Walmart, guys, you can see um, the results were good. No surprise there. But market makers said enough of this. Enough. We had been going cray up forever since basically the last two earnings. It has been a train, a rocket ship. Market maker said, hell no now, take your money and run. So this was obviously the place to sell it at. This was the best place to sell it. Now skipping down is at a floor. I don't see any signal of buying it. It could potentially get to 89, 893. That's where you really want to buy it. If this continues to go down, get some at 89.93, maybe 50 shares. If it continues to get to 85 and 73, then get 50 and 75 more. And that's where you want to get Walmart at.
Miss Munoz, can we see the more 1 minute? I just want to
Uh,
see the timeline for this thing because I know we talked about it and it didn't. Let's see, keep going. I gotta see it up until. So we closed at 104 and it was going before it opened, but it came back up to 100.
Man, it did a big bounce up. This was
Yeah,
a
we wouldn't have got that order. That's algos.
Mhm.
Um, so we could have got the 100 order, the march up to 100. Um, hmm. Those fake orders with the algos, I hate those crap. So basically, you would have had to get in yesterday.
Mhm.
Man. But yeah, we both had a taste that that was gonna happen.
We predicted that this is what you want to keep on top of the earnings. So Walmart was today. Uh the next one, let me just let's
That's
see.
actually a good idea to review tomorrow's earnings.
So tomorrow's earnings, Sam, let's
5
move.
days from now, you mean?
Yes, the next one. in Monday or whatever. Sam, we love Sam. We had a good use case for Sam. That's why we
Oh
love
God,
Sam.
it's already at the $200 mark.
If anybody missed, rewind and look at the use case that we had mentioned regarding Sam. But if you don't want to, basically, long story short is if you get into something and you're losing money, over $100 plus, just get the heck out. That's basically the use case. Home Depot, you may want to put that on the notes, guys, if you're interested in Home Depot, CRM, Meaty, NVDA. This one is the one that people are going to be interested in. NVDA, and that's in 6 days. Look at the volume on this, 143,800,975. Open and Macy's and Target for the fancy folks. You can see that Beyond Meat, Open are always on hard buy. There's not really that much volume, and I consider these trash. But that's it. Also Fresh Bet here. You can see Fresh Bet, Carvana, Ford, Peloton, Walmart. Walmart is not a trash, but Beyond Meat, Open, all of these are trash. And anytime you see this exaggeration, you can tell right away it's suspect. Something is not uh normal. It's an abnormal behavior, and these things get tanked and squozen. So you want to stay away from these things unless you get the top, 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 or you get the bottom, bottom, bottom. There, so 18.05%. And we knew that this was going to happen. We were in this stock. I was in this stock last year, and we predicted that this was going to happen. Okay, but can't um we have to do as the market says. We can't dictate what the market does. We have to follow what the market does, you know, and we got it at the wrong time. This is when we should have gotten it to shorten it. Now down here, because we were like, oh, this thing is going to go to $5. And yes, it is going to go to $5. But obviously the market makers wanted to bring it up. See how it just kept going up, and this thing wasn't even making that much money. It was losing money. So how could this be? But that's the story of this. You can't do what you want. You have to conform to what the market wants. And so the market maker says, yeah, we're going to trick some people. They're going to think that this is the best thing to slice bread, and they're going to be thinking they're going to be making billions of dollars. Let's bring this up. And you are actually, if you got it at the low and you've been riding the train up, you are. But now, if you think this thing is going to continue, think again, 18%. That's abnormal behavior. And so here it is, 12.20% in one second. So this is it tells you all you need to know. Vana as well, even though they made money. This thing, they're trying to trick people. 75% has been doing good. But this thing was losing money like wildfire before. And so now all of a sudden is making money. And now when it's making money, then they're gonna bring it to reality. You're gonna get it at the low. Piton also, I have this. It's starting to go down. Let's see it. Hopefully it continues. Trash. Meaty, I was also into this stock when I didn't know what was going on, and I was just listening to bozos left and right instead of just listening to what you're supposed to do and trade good stocks. So now you can see this was a beautiful hanger. It's going to tell you that it's going to continue to go down. It's on hard buy, and it's going to go back down to reality. Let's take a look at Boeing. Oh, let's look at Open, $1.48. Also another hanger here. So it's going to continue. Boeing hasn't been doing well. Um, but the market makers did want to bring it up from this point here, and it looks like the trend is continuing up. Let's see if it gets up to that $200 mark. It looks like every dip has been a buying opportunity. So if it goes down back to here to 176 or 169, I would say get it because it has been breaking trend and it has been going up. The market maker said, hey, let's bring this biz notch up. DraftKings, somebody was in this, I believe. You can see that it had gone cray, $54 almost. And now it's going back to kind of reality, even though we have some strong signals that it could continue to go up. It said, hey, this was too much. Let's bring it down maybe to back here, but it could continue to go up based on this. But obviously, if you're going to get it for long term, wait till it gets to $39 or $38.
If it comes back up, I'm gonna short it again. Miss Munoz, it would be very nice of you to put an alarm.
Why don't you do that?
Uh,
I'll put it on the notes and I'll try to put it on later.
okay. Drafting alarm. Okay.
Okay. Let's look at other favorites. Tesla. Tesla. Um, so Tesla has been or Stressla, Mesla, has been picking up from this floor. You can see that it wanted to reject it. It wanted to continue down, but it said, heck no, let's continue. And it's been picking up. Let's see if it does. There was a little hanger here, but overall, it has been going up. And we want to see if it does a breakout, potentially from 34.75, from 33.75. I want to see if it breaks out from there and if it could continue. Let's look at the SPY. So the SPY had broken out from here. It has been going up. It had a down day today, but then it said, hell no, hammer back up. Let's see if this continues. But if you notice, the weekly, it's really high up there. Let's see if what this converts to, because it is very far away from all the trends. And it does have to come back to reality at some point, to the mean. So let's continue to observe that. Let's take a look at Amazon and Meta. So Amazoni has been in a downward trend. It looks like these might be crossing soon, hopefully in the next couple of days or so. But it looks like Amazon is going to continue and it's going to come back down here, potentially to this area right here, which is a really good spot to get it. It's 100 moving average, but obviously we want it to tank fast, but let's not get our hopes too high. But this would be a really good goal to see if it gets to that 212, 210 area. So far, every single day has been a down day. Will it continue? The answer is, I think, yes. The answer for me, I think, until I get a very dignified signal that says it's gonna reverse, I think it's gonna continue to go down. So watch out for Amazon. Um, as always, they had fabulous earnings or whatever, but market makers said, yeah, people need their money so they can buy it again. And just that's what it looks like it's doing. Facebook, aka Meta, is touching this little floor right here, but you can see it did a beautiful hanger today. What I would like to see, what I would like to see is for Meta to go down to at least 650. That's what I would like to see. However, this stock is very powerful. It doesn't like to move down at all. It likes to move up. And we can see that even anytime it hits the 20 moving average, it jumped up. So even here you have to kind of be careful because it could reverse on you. However, I'm getting a signal that this could continue to go down. So let's observe this. I hope it continues to go down. Be careful with Meta. It's very highly volatile. It is very highly expensive. And when you look at contracts, the distances are very wide. So you have to kind of be careful on how you buy these options. I tend to um, not get them because I've been burned so much by Meta. But if you are a day trader, this would be a really good signal that says, hey, I think this is going to continue to go down. Let's take a look at a weekly as well. And you can see here that on the weekly is saying, okay, let's reverse the curse here. And I think if this is like this by the end of the dia tomorrow, I think the next couple of weeks is going to go back down to this reality
So
down.
what do you say? Option time?
I mentioned I'm kind of scared of the options because the distances are very far and wide for
You've
at
already
least.
looked at it?
No, like every time I have looked at meta options, I haven't had good luck with them. So
Can we
I,
look at them?
no, I don't want to.
For education purposes, even if you're not gonna get them, I'm interested.
Okay. Uh, Option chain. Mets. Book.
All.
So tomorrow is off the case because
Can we look at all?
yes, ma'am. Give me a sec.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna go to the expirations.
Yes, I could have, and then I could have pressed all too. Um, so obviously this is too soon. Uh, if anything, I would do a month or 22 days or so.
Can we look at
Um,
May? Sell in May and go away. 700 strikey. See if we can find some cheap.
this is very expensive.
Jesus. So that's
That's why, and
4,500.
this is why I tell you, like, I with the when I looked at them, just in general, they're very expensive
Ah,
and they're very high risk because the distances are quite mucho.
what do you mean by distances? What does that mean?
The distances of bid and ask, and also how much, well, if you get it near the strike price, that's not much of a difference, but you know, the less expensive ones,
Oh, let's look at 600. 600. How's that far?
that's $94. No,
No,
$94
but
a
you said the distances are far.
yes, the distances could be far. We would have to see. I just I don't feel comfortable with Meta, that's all.
And what about April 4th? 700 and 600. Okay, six. Oh, you're gonna 7 5.
That's still very
Okay.
expensive.
Okay, what about 600?
I find them very expensive. Well, this is not that bad. This is not that bad.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
This is not that bad.
Yeah, you're actually right.
This is not bad at all. These puts
That
for
said
$300.
292?
Huh?
That says 292, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me,
This is this is not bad at all.
yeah, that's not bad at all. You're right.
Mm-hmm. This is a
That
really
was
good
April, right?
Abril, yes.
Okay.
One of my cousin's birthdays. So yeah, that's something to consider with the meta. Um, I believe this is going to continue to go down. However, tread very lightly with this stock because I have mentioned before, see how it loves to go up. When it touches the 20, it doesn't stay too long in it, kinda. And if it gets below it, these are really good buying opportunities. Anytime it gets near the 40, if it touches the 20, but this is a beast of a stock. It's a very good one, to long when it gets to the floors. Let's see what happens here, but I honestly am strongly uh in the sense that I think it's going to continue to go down. And that's Meta. Which one was the other one that I said? Meta, Amazon, Softy. Okay, so yeah, that's it, guys. That's all I had. Um, oh, did we look at Tesla? I think we did, but I don't think we
We
looked
sure
at
we
it on a,
did, but you can
uh,
look at it again.
yes, we did look at Tesla. Um, we looked at it on a minute. I don't know if we looked at it on a minute, but I forgot. Um, Anything else that you were interested in, Miss Verde?
XOM buys on 108. Walmart slid down like we thought. It may continue or not. Take a look at it. DraftKings.
Oh,
Someone,
let's take a look at Campbell real quick.
someone's
Just to make
gonna put an
just
alert at DraftKings for me at 52.
mm-hmm.
When it's 52 or higher. And then Meta, we believe is gonna go down.
Nikete, also for those folks who are still interested in Nikete, that's a note. Um, Here's Campbell's. It's picking up as Miss Green had mentioned. She said, hey, if they're not gonna buy SOPA, when will they? It's time to buy SOPA. And here it is. This was the buying zone area. You're still in it. So, still a great opportunity to get this stock. Wanted to mention to you guys out there. This
Yeah,
is
I had
one.
noticed I was almost $2 positive with my one share.
So this is one of those two that you just get 100 shares, 50, whatever you want to get, 100 or 200 shares, or even just, whatever, 25. It doesn't matter. You set this and forget it. And what you do is, if you get 100 shares, when it's doubled, you put a limit or an order out just at the double price. So, 40 is 80 or so, or half of that, whatever. Or at a good point here at 52. So that's one of those things where you just want to set it and forget it. So Campbell and Nikete also make sure you get into those guys. And if it dips back again into the zone, it's just telling you, it's just giving you another opportunity to say, hey, my friends, buy it. That's it, guys. If you have any questions, hit us up, put a comment, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and put some stocks that you guys are interested in here that maybe we haven't put, and we can take a look into those for you. And we'll try to give you our recommendation, even if it's what we consider air quotes trash. It's still good to look at because they're good use case studies, as we had mentioned, from our experience getting this this particular stock tells you what not to do, and hopefully you don't do it and you learn from our mistakes. And here it is. Here's the result of the trash. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful
Wait, what
evening.
is this? Fresh pet?
Yes.
It's still much higher than when you had it though.
Yes, ma'am.
But it'll continue.
Yes. So I had mentioned I had gone this at the bottom, and I thought it was going to continue to go down to, $15 because who would buy this? But the
It dropped
moral of
like
this,
freaking $50.
yes, the moral of this from 160, 160 to 108, how much is that?
It's like $52.
$52. Okay. So guys, the moral of the story is if you get into a particular stock that you know that will eventually trash and burn, but is obviously going against you like a rocket ship, as soon as you see that things are going really bad against you, like the minute you know that and you get squozen, just get out and observe observe it, and get it at the top.
Find another place to get back in at later.
Yes, right here. And it was telling you that it was going to be here, basically at 159. It's telling you, the chart is saying, based on historical data, we want to make sure that it goes back up here, which it did. So if you bought it at 160, and even if it shot it back up to 160, you could wait. Boom, you would have been a millionaire now. Because eventually this trash goes back to its mean, which is going to be $67. And then from there, it's going to go back down to 40. But I had to get out, or otherwise I wouldn't be here anymore. But I lost a lot of time and a lot of resources on this. And instead of listening to logic, I was fighting logic, because logic was saying market makers want to move the mountain and get out of the way. That's what you have to do, guys. Go where the market is going, not where you want it to go. So even though you know the end result, you have to wait until they decide to move it to where you know it's going to head. Anyways, that's the story. And again, Sam is the same thing. You guys have a wonderful day, evening. Take care of yourselves. Make sure you are in good health and mind, and have a good one. Peace out.